Have you ever felt inexplicably drained? Not just tired, but as if something vital has been quietly stolen from you? Maybe you wake up exhausted even after a full night's sleep, or leave a conversation feeling hollow, as if invisible hands have pulled at the very core of your being. If this resonates with you, you're not imagining it. Something is quietly siphoning your energy, and most of us are letting it happen. Every single day, energy is life. Ancient philosophers from Aristotle to Plato understood that our vitality is not merely physical, but deeply tied to our soul and mind. Aristotle called it eudaimonia, the flourishing of the whole self, the energy of purpose, of meaningful existence. When this energy is drained, our thoughts dull, our emotions flatten, and we wander through life like shadows of ourselves. And yet, in our modern world, there are subtle thieves everywhere. These are not always people. Sometimes it's the noise, the constant alerts, the endless barrage of demands that fragment your focus and scatter your vitality. Nietzsche warned us about the herd mentality, the silent pull of others' expectations that drains individuality and inner power, every forced smile, every obligation that doesn't align with your true self is a withdrawal from your energy bank. Let me tell you a story. Imagine a man named Elias who spends every day surrounded by people who complain, who manipulate, who demand attention. By the end of the day, he has nothing left for his passions, for his family, for the quiet moments where life actually lives. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, Elias loses himself. The energy theft is not dramatic, it is subtle, insidious. It creeps in through every interaction that doesn't honor his boundaries, every habit that drains rather than nourishes, every thought that reinforces fear and doubt. Psychologists call this emotional labor, the hidden, unacknowledged effort we expend to meet the expectations of others. But it's more than that. It is a theft of your essence, your vitality, your creative spark. Machiavelli wrote about power in stark terms. Those who can influence, control, and manipulate often thrive at the expense of those who give freely, unknowingly. This is not just politics. It's human interaction in microcosm. Your energy is your currency, and most people spend it without realizing it, while others take it without hesitation. So, how do we protect ourselves? First, awareness. Recognize the sources of your energy drain. Is it certain people who leave you depleted? Habits that demand more than they return? Obligations that no longer serve your growth? Plato suggested that the soul seeks alignment with truth, beauty, and goodness. Anything that contradicts that alignment is not nourishment. It is theft. Second, boundaries. This is not selfish. It is survival. Bonhoeffer, who resisted overwhelming forces to maintain moral and spiritual integrity, understood that protecting oneself is not weakness, but strength. Saying no, stepping back, and conserving energy is not just practical. It is an act of self-preservation that allows you to engage with life fully and meaningfully. Third, replenishment. Energy is not merely protected by keeping it in. It must flow. Meditation, deep presence, creative work, connection with nature. These are not indulgences. They are restoratives, the replenishing of the vital essence that makes us alive. Even Nietzsche, the great critic of passivity, emphasized the importance of cultivating one's inner resources to withstand the draining forces of society. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Many of the forces stealing your energy are invisible because you consent to them, knowingly or unknowingly. Distractions, people, and expectations are only as powerful as the energy you allow them to claim. You have been complicit in your own depletion. And yet, the liberation lies precisely in realizing this awareness is power. Conscious action is power. Reclaiming your energy is the first step toward reclaiming your life. Visualize your energy as a glowing flame within your chest. Every negative interaction, every imposed demand, every thought that diminishes your self-worth snuffs out a part of that flame. But now imagine wrapping that flame in a shield, strong, luminous, impenetrable to those who would exploit it. You do not have to extinguish the world to protect yourself. You only need to recognize where your light is being drained and consciously choose to guard it. Nurture it and channel it into what truly matters. When you reclaim your energy, something extraordinary happens. Life becomes vivid again. Your thoughts sharpen. Your passions ignite. You are no longer a passive participant in the theft. You are the sovereign of your own vitality. Nietzsche called this the creation of the self, the transformation of weakness into strength, chaos into purpose. Your energy becomes your armor, your weapon, and your gift. The final lesson is both subtle and profound. Energy theft is inevitable in a world that constantly demands, distracts, and drains. But surrender is optional. Awareness, boundaries, and replenishment are your tools. Protect your essence, guard your vitality, and in doing so, you awaken to a life that is not merely endured, but fiercely, luminously lived, because the truth is, no one can steal what you consciously hold, nurture, and defend. Your energy is yours, and when you reclaim it, you reclaim everything.